From here to Vancouver. So there's lots of tunnels here in Sudbury. And then if you look around us, you might notice that the rock looks a little bit different than you might expect. That is because we spray this stuff called shotcrete on top. Shotcrete stabilizes the rock and it helps keep it nice and stable. Oh, I already said that. But it helps keep the rock nice and safe above our workers' heads. The shotcrete is concrete that is sprayed on with a hose. And underneath the shotcrete, you have your standard meshing bolts, which is spread throughout the remainder of the drift. Now, as we enter the more open section of our mine, the drift is going to be expanding to around 4.5 meters by 4.5 meters. This is much closer to the size of a modern day active drift, and this allows us to fit full-size machinery in our mine for us to show you that.
This is real sprint.
So I do got one video about electric machines before we cover this one right here. So as long as we can all see that TV screen, we'll be good. And I'll talk about the elephant in the room behind me here. Alrighty, so right here behind me we have a brand new all-electric Simba drill. Now Simba drills are production drills and they are set up in stopes. The stope is an area of the mine where active mining is taking place. It's going to be a Simba drill's job to drill holes into the ore body for blasting. Now when it is operational in a stope, it is going to be plugged into a power source, so you do not have to worry about running out of battery life. So I know it's a little dark back there, but if you look closely, you see we have a blue cable on that yellow spool. That cable is its power cable. It goes all the way to the left of the battery. So that would allow us to plug the machine into a power source and really able to operate the drill all day long without the risk of running out of battery life. Now, when inevitably it has to be moved around the line, that's where the battery comes in handy for this one. The battery is composed of two of these large batteries. I'll talk about the cells more after. But power to get you anywhere you need in the mine, and then when the battery inevitably dies, the machine is going to be driven to the charging bay. At the charging bay, there's going to be a hoist on the top of the drift. That hoist is going to pick up the dead battery from the machine, it's going to take it out and place it elsewhere to be charged, while they grab a new fully charged battery to place right back in on top, not on top, inside of the machine. Now this process takes around 15 to 20 minutes, so it has a very, very short downtime. Now, these batteries are made out of many critical minerals, much of which we mine here in Sudbury. So the main minerals we mine here in Sudbury is going to be our copper and nickel, but we also get gold, silver, cobalt, and platinum. And this right here is one battery cell. This is a lithium-ion battery. It weighs approximately a ton. It has around 1,500 volts, and it's made out of, obviously, lithium, but we also have copper, nickel, cobalt, and manganese. So you kind of see that many of the minerals we're mining here in Sudbury are actually very important to processing and developing electric batteries such as this one right here. So it's very important that we keep enhancing our mining processes here in Sudbury so we can extract more and more ore out of our planet as the demand increases for electric technology such as this one right here. Now electric machines are not perfect. They have a few pros and cons. I'll start with the pros. They actually run much quieter and much cooler than your standard diesel combustion engine would, but they do come at a much higher upfront cost. Now, does anyone have any guesses how much a machine like this might cost?
$2 grand?
$2 grand. I wish.
200.
I'd be displaying one in front of my house right now. 200 grand?
2 million.
20 million? We're looking at $4 million for a machine like this. So, not very cheap. But another pro about these guys right here is they actually have no exhaust emissions. So that's a big plus for the mine, because with diesel engines, you actually need to circulate more air through the drifts, which costs a lot more on the ventilation side of things. So, let's say you have a diesel combustion engine, you have the danger soot that you cannot breathe in, so they need to pump that air through the drifts to get all that out so our miners can breathe in nice, safe, clean, fresh air. With an electric machine, you don't have that problem. So you may have the higher upfront cost of the machine, but it does come at a lower cost for your ventilation. And then another con about electric machines is you actually require lots of prior infrastructure before being able to operate a whole fleet of them. You need lots of charging bays underground, and you need to have the proper chargers to keep these machines in operation. You also need to be aware that electric batteries do have the chance of catching on fire. Now, they are very well cooled and the risk of fire is very low, but it's not zero, so they do have to be aware of that. Also, different electric companies have, or different machine companies have different charging ports. So you can kind of think of it like your Apple and your Android. The Apple used to have the lightning cable, and then the Android had the USB-C, and it made it very difficult when you have a friend with the opposite phone as you. Well, now they have a universal charger, which makes it much easier for everyone. So we're hoping to, in the future, adopt a universal charger that'll be able to charge all electric vehicles, no matter the company. And does anyone have any questions about this machine behind me here?
How many of them are used across the board?
How many of them are used? So there's not, I don't have an exact number, but we're still on the minority would be electric. So there's lots of these Simba drills made by all different kind of companies. These Simba drills are very common. You see electric ones that aren't common. Like you'd be looking at less than 10% of these Simba drills would be electric. So we're transitioning into a future which is electric, but again, it's going to take a long time to adopt that stuff. It's also a good time to mention that this tour is going to be mainly focusing on the future. So lots of this technology is not completely adopted in all of our minds. It is very rarely used, and it's something we're hoping to strive for in the future. So the electric technology, and there's going to be a few other things I'll talk about after. Yes?
Is this tour sponsored by that company or something? Because I see it currently all over the place.
Yes and no. They have donated us money, because Science North is a non-profit organization, so it'd be very expensive to build stuff like this. So what we're doing is we're allowing Epiroc to store their machines right here, and so they have a place to store it, while we get to show the public and also free advertising. So that's kind of where it's coming from. So this machine right here is in storage right now. In the future, it's going to be moved out of this mine, and it's going to be brought to the Onaping Depth Project and brought down there to be used to fulfill its actual purpose. When Epiroc's going to send us a new machine to be storage, to be something else, as long as it's electric. But that's the main thing. Yeah. Any other questions, or are we going to continue on? We're good? Awesome. Okay. Follow me.
Stand next to the batteries.
After the Big Impact show, we're going to have lots of time for pictures with the machines. We should have around 5 to 10 minutes to take a closer look inside the cab, all kinds of stuff. So let's save all your pictures for that.
Look at that speed.
Now there will be one more video playing up on this TV screen right here. Now the one thing about this video is that it has no audio, so I will be talking over it, since it would be very awkward silence if we just sat here and watched it. So right now I'm standing in the bucket of a Caterpillar R1700XD, and it is a fully electric, autonomous LHD. Now LHD stands for load, haul, dump. That means this machine's job is to load all the blocks of ore rock into this scoop right here, haul it around the mine, and dump it out wherever it is needed. Now, like I mentioned, it can be operated electric. So its electric battery works a little bit differently than Epiroc's. When it dies, it is not going to be removed from the machine to be charged. At the back, there's 2 charging ports. If you plug it in with 2 cables, you will be able to charge the machines fully in around 15 to 20 minutes. So you get it back connection very quickly. Now this scoop right here is an 8-yard bucket, and it can haul up to around 15 tons of ore, and the total machine is going to weigh around 115,000 pounds. Very, very heavy. And like I mentioned, it can be operated autonomously. And what that means is it can be operated without someone inside that cab right there. So miners on the surface can program this big scoop right here to drive through the drift, pick up a body of ore, and then drive somewhere else and dump it out. So automation is very, very handy underground. You might think this is eliminating jobs from our workers, since you don't have people inside the cab. This actually isn't true, because there's really something for every skill set underground. There's actually so many positions that we can't fill them all. So having this automation is really helping us run our lines as practically as possible. So like underground, you can really think we need people to develop and design these machines, need people to do the coding, need people to do ventilation, electricity, drilling, blasting. There's all kinds of things underground that you need people for. So having a little bit of automation is helping us out with this. When this machine is operating autonomously, there's going to be an invisible bubble that surrounds it. If a worker were to enter that invisible bubble, it would automatically shut off the machine and stop it dead in its tracks so that the miner would not be in danger. So I'm standing right in front of it, and it wouldn't know to stop unless it was there. Now, that RFID tag that I mentioned before actually plays a key role in this. That's what the machine detects, so it knows when to get close to it. Also, we have autonomous features in these LHDs that are controlled from inside the cab. The main two are going to be automatic fire suppression. So there's a fire, it should be able to automatically put itself out. And it's also fatigue monitoring. So fatigue monitoring is going to make sure our miner is very alert and aware of what they're doing and making sure they're not distracted or dozing off when operating a very large scoop like this one. And does anyone have any questions about it? No? We're good? Okay, awesome. Let's continue on then.
That's good.
Okay, you guys can enter into the impact theater and have a seat in the middle. In the middle, we're going to be watching a show about big impact, which dates back around 2 billion years. And we're going to be coverage distribution.
Oh, it's warm in here.
Oh, cool.
It's warm in here.
That could be nice. I like the one.
I don't.
Alright, so during the show, there will be loud noises and flashing lights. So if you need to step out for a moment, you're more than welcome to. You can step over there. I will accompany you, so you're not by yourself. Also, if you need, we have closed captioning on the right side. And if you want, you are more than welcome to remove your hard hat while watching the show. Because if you understand that it can be very uncomfortable to get looked up, we have hard hat on. So you're well welcome to do that.
Put it on the
Other than that, we're ready to watch the show.
Lando,
Yeah.
just set it beside you.
Oh.
You're standing in the midst of one of the richest ore bodies in the world. The mines here have been in operation for about 140 years. In human terms, that seems like a long time, but in geological terms, it's the blink of an eye. The technology of mining has evolved to include virtual reality, computer assistance, automated equipment, and even advanced robotics. But one thing that's remained the same is the basic principle. To get at the riches locked inside this rock, you first have to get the rock out of the mine.
That last one was the last one.
Oh, I
This
felt
part
that.
of the work may not look like much, but if you have a machine capable of seeing into it, you'd be amazed at what's there.
Oh. Oh, wow.
The most common ore minerals are pectlandite, which contains nickel, and chalcopyrite, which contains copper. But there are a host of other riches, including gold, silver, cobalt, and platinum. The metals extracted from these minerals are used in just about every facet of modern life. But how did all these minerals end up being concentrated here in the first place? To understand that,
Oh.
we need to travel back in time And the best place to start that journey is from up above. This mine is one of many concentrated in an area known as the Sudbury Structure, an oval feature about 60 kilometers wide. It's a place that has been shaped by powerful forces going back nearly 2 billion years. In fact, if the Sudbury Structure could talk, it would have quite a tale to tell. The first stop on our journey is a short leap back to a time when this area was covered by giant pines. The only humans who lived here were indigenous people who have been the stewards of this land for thousands of years. They left their marks on the rocks in the form of pictographs. Going back a little further in time, the next major milestone is a period we now call the Ice Age. The animals that were here then were adapted to the colder environment and lived at the edges of massive ice sheets stretching to the horizon. In fact, at numerous times over the past 2.5 million years, the Sudbury area was buried under ice over a kilometer thick. But the ice sheets are a relatively recent phenomenon. Long before the glacial periods, the Sudbury area was completely covered by warm seas, home to a vast array of creatures that have long since disappeared. Throughout much of the Earth's history, continents have been on the move in a process called plate tectonics. Around 1 billion years ago, in the last of several mountain-building episodes, colliding land masses slowly pushed the land near Sudbury up into towering mountains as high as the Himalayas. Over time, water and wind have eroded those mountains bit by bit, gradually revealing the base-like feature beneath that we now call the Sudbury Structure. But how did this structure come into existence in the first place? To understand that, we need to travel back all the way to 1.85 billion years ago. That was when the Big Impact occurred, an earth-shattering event that had its origins far from Earth. The massive meteorite left a circular crater close to 10 kilometers deep and 200 kilometers in diameter. The impact's tremendous power melted vast volumes of rock. As the rock cooled, metal-rich liquids separated and collected on the floor of the crater, hardening into deposits of nickel-copper ores. crater into what we now know as the Sudbury structure. So you see how much change this land has undergone. After a century and a half of mining, we're still nowhere near the end of the riches left behind by an event that happened so long ago. No wonder it's called the Big Impact.
It was.
That was cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions about any part of the show? We're good? Okay, awesome. You guys follow me. We'll continue on. Just put our right hand back on the trigger.
I didn't take mine off.
Just stop it and start a new one.
What?
Stop it and start a new one. I remember.
Yeah, but the longer the videos, the more money you can make on YouTube.
Immersive, wasn't it?
That was cool.
It was cool.
I said immersive.
I don't even know what that means.
It means that, like, actually does effects.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you guys follow me. So you might have noticed during the tour that we've actually had cell service and Wi-Fi now this entire time. So that is because mines here are one of the most connected environments. It's very important for some mines to stay connected. This allows them to have an active line of communication with each other. It also allows us to control certain systems from the surface. So if you control certain blasts, we can control machinery, we can direct airflow to certain sections of the mine, we can do all kinds of things with Wi-Fi and cell service. So that's why it's very, very important. And since we have our phones out, now is the perfect time to take a picture and get a closer look at the machines. I just have a few rules. You're more than welcome to walk around the machines, get a closer look. Please don't climb in on them, and please do not climb under them. Also, if you want to see inside the cab, let me know. I will open the door, we can look inside. You cannot climb inside, you can go in the bucket. And let's not add anything to the list of things we can't do. So every time we've had it's happened, it's because it's happened, and you don't want that to happen. So other than that, you can have a look at either of the machines, as long as you don't go past the Caterpillar side or the Equinox battery. You guys want to see inside the one? Super quiet.
How big it is compared to Landon. Oh, he's not much bigger than it.
Same back camera as your car. Same yellow line.
It's like half his size. Barely half. Where'd he go? Is he still back over here? Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. Oh, there you are.
Machines are pretty cool. And then back here, we have our engine. So
The cab's open if you want to go inside.
Oh,
and then behind here is for the battery. So when it's brought to the charging bay, the battery's gonna be lifted up from back here.
oh.
And then it's gonna be placed down.
That's not what I expected to be in there at all.
There's lots of buttons inside, right?
There's a bunch of buttons. What?
Get inside, grab something. I'll take a picture. Give me your phone.
No, I'm recording.
Come on, get inside your phone. I'll grab your phone for you.
Okay. Just don't stop recording, please. Oh, what are you doing?
Mom, once you take the photo. Give me my mom.
Grab the phone.
What? Oh, mommy's supposed to come up here?
Recording too.
You're recording too?
Highlight.
Hi, your whole family fits in
You
the
guys want me to take a picture?
Watch out, she's
Yeah,
doing
could
a
you
video.
take a picture for us?
No. Give me the video.
With my mom's phone.
picture with this phone.
Yeah.
Honey, open it so you can, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Hope you like at least one of them.
Yeah, right?
Tell them more.
Very
You guys want to see
cool.
inside the cab of any of the machines, or are we okay?
We saw in that one. Do you want to see inside this one?
Yeah, let's see inside.
What time is it? Does anyone have their phone up?
42.
Okay, so we have lots of time because
It's been 26 minutes.
We snuck down early.
Yeah, we took some extra.
So yeah, that's okay.
Well, we were really small group today, so it's, might as well ask questions and get a good.
Right? Oh, that's cool. I didn't think the door would
This
open that
machine right
way.
here has around 20,000 hours of service on it, and it's since been retired. Its final resting place is going to be right here. It is no longer drivable. That's because these tires right here. There's a foam core inside. These have been refurbished. They're just
Yeah, and like there's
made
no
to the
tread on it either.
Yeah, so they cleaned it up for us and it's all nice in there. The tires, when you're sitting sideways, you got all your cameras, all your controls. Look over your left shoulder when you're driving.
Yeah, that
forward.
tire's no good anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is that what you want?
A little tight in there, much bigger in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at.
There's like a big like hole in the tire there. Probably so it can't move.
Yeah, that's why this one's retired.
Yeah.
That'll come later. Yeah.
Oh.
This is a small machine.
The tire's bigger than Landon.
So what is all the white? Is that something seeping?
That's
through?
paint seeping through.
Yeah.
Because they would have painted where they're doing their matching bolts, but then when they sprayed the shock on top. and the water,
Right.
oh, the paint starts to- Did you guys want to see inside that cab as well, or are you good? Okay.
Mommy doesn't mind this. I don't want to speak to it.
Too tight for me.
It's also because this one's a lot more like flatter and there's.
This one's nice and it's big in here, and it's very bright in here.
Yeah, I like how roomier this one is. The other
Does
one's-
anyone have any final questions before we start heading back? We're good?
Yeah.
Very cool.
4 or 5. Okay, yeah.
We didn't lose any bodies?
No, we didn't.
Good.
One thing you might have noticed in the tour, it is very, very, very bright underground.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That is because of these lights right here above our heads. These are X-glow lights. X-glow
I don't like
do a
being
great
so
job of
close to the
lighting up
walls.
line, but they also have a very important safety feature. So in the case of emergency, they're going to strobe red in the direction of the nearest exit. So very shortly, you should see what
That's actually really cool. Oh.
So they're basically.
Oh, so
So,
it's like a
These
guiding
lights are
light.
directing us to the nearest exit. And in our case right now, our exit is going to be right over there. And an active mine is going to be directing you to the nearest refuge station. Now, one thing to note, this technology is very, very, very new. You are not going to find it very often underground in Sudbury, but again, this is what we're hoping to get for in the
Right.
future. Because you can see how it would be very handy directing our miners
no kidding.
to the nearest refuge station. Yes.
So they're basically just super powered LEDs.
Pretty much. Now, since in our mind they don't serve as much of a practical purpose, we can have a little bit of fun with them. So I also have party lights.
Ooh.
Oh.
You never know.
You never know.
See, that's why you
No,
need
no
to,
practical use, but
that's why you want to work in the mines now. You can
a dance party doesn't
have a
count.
dance
Right.
party.
Party
down.
I don't know if we're gonna get that, but
In real
might as
minds.
well hope and dream.
Yeah.
Might as well hope and dream. Oh,
Okay, well, other than that, that's all I have.
Very cool.
We are a little bit early, so technically you guys could be with me for another like 15 minutes if you really wanted to. But I got nothing much to talk about. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me, but I got.
that's
I
not
went
his
through all my
phone. Oh.
So cool.
I recorded the whole tour too. Oh,
It sounds feel like for 40 minutes, but
Well, we didn't,
we did like
we had a small group, so there wasn't as many
stuff.
questions.
Really quickly.
When there's a bigger group, there's probably lots more questions too, so that takes a lot more time.
oh,
Okay, so.
I don't like the wet floors.
I think we might have to wait for the cage. Yeah. So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit for the cage to clear for us, so you guys are stuck with me for a few more minutes, I apologize. I know we wanna go to the surface, but
That was
out
a
of my
different,
control.
different tour, right?
Cool.
But does anyone have any comments, criticisms, questions, literally anything to say?
I enjoyed that.
You enjoyed it?
The new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you guys enjoyed it? Awesome. Yeah, so like, new tour is obviously new.
it would
It
be
opened
cool
up.
if there were a bit more machines.
That would be very cool. I agree.
I also
I wish there was a little bit more
More
in the
room.
drift.
I-
Because it's very.
I honestly
very-
prefer that there's like more space than the other
But
one.
That's what
I
I
do
said
like,
too.
for big groups, it's very nice having a lot of room.
Yeah.
And I do
Yeah,
like
but
the ability,
that one's
I like the ability to have 5 minutes at the end of the tour to take closer looks with the machine.
Yes, that's
That
cool.
is not something you're gonna
Yeah.
find very
Yeah.
often,
Yeah.
so that's pretty handy, but yeah. So once they clear out, we can head on up and you guys.
So is there future plans to expand on this one, or is this it?
Not that I'm aware of, I think we're looking at maybe polishing it a little bit,
But
fixing it up, because again, it's pretty, it's a baby. It's-
Yeah, yeah.
It was opened in Canada Day, so not even a month,
yeah.
so.
That's
But it's a
crazy.
work in progress. The information is coming to everybody.
You will
These machines are really cool. The one part I am excited about is the fact that we will be cycling out through different Epiroc machines.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
right now we have the Simba drill, but maybe in the future we might get a jumbo or a scoop. There's all kinds of stuff.
That's cool.
So when that has to go to its mine to be used, it's gonna be nice when we get a brand new machine in here to talk.
So it would just be like depending on whatever the company is using at the
Pretty
time and
much.
what they don't need.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's like that's in storage right now. So
Yeah.
it's whatever they wanna store here.
Right.
What
That's
exactly
cool.
is that tablet for?
So this tablet right here lets me control all the lights, the special effects, or any part of the tour. In the old tour, the historic, I'm not sure if any of you guys have been on it, but there's black buttons. Those buttons are very old and they need to be revamped. Tablets, this is kind of
Well, easy.
our test, but it allows everything from here. They have had to add a few features because I accidentally press a lot of buttons, so, yeah. So they added a back button and all kinds of stuff, but it is pretty handy because I don't need it, I can stand wherever and.
Be all this, go.
Yeah. Seems pretty quiet.
Play the movie and all that
It's
stuff.
not quiet yet.
Not quiet yet.
Yeah, that was pretty handy, so
Like this tour?
it lets me start the Big Impact show, it lets me start the videos, it lets me put the lights on, it lets me control the X-Roll lights, it lets me do all kinds of stuff. And then another thing is, so I have my radio here, this is what we normally use for communication, but I also have this right here. This is a Zello, it's an app on the phone, it's like, it's a radio app. And
Oh,
since there's no radio service in this drift, I have to use this thing. And it's pretty cool because it lets me contact specific people, instead of on one specific channel.
That is cool.
So, it's pretty neat.
Direct communication.
Direct, so if there was one person I wanted to talk to and I didn't want to bother everybody else, I can
You could
radio
go
one.
straight to that person.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the future, man.
This is the future.
This is what you can get to do, man.
What was your favorite part?
Honestly, machines.
The machines? Mine too. My favorite part is the Simba drill.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
cool.
I worked a special event here and I got to sit at the Simba drill while a bunch of ministers of education, mining, governors, Mayor of Sudbury, all kinds of people walk by and I get to sit there and be opening and showing them the machines.
Right.
This is my first time seeing it too, so.
Yeah,
that's pretty
That's
exciting.
cool.
Seems a little quiet.
It does. These are
It's
big
like-
doors though.
I like the video, they just gotta add some water.
Okay, we're good. You guys are free.
We're
I
free.
apologize.
We're free.
Well, we were quick too. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, like 10 minutes. Oh,
Then we can head up back to the surface. Don't get deep in it.
oh, wrong way.
You good, Ryan?
Yeah.
On the drive here. I took it down.
Oh. Family corner.